You keep hearing this cancel culture stuff, but we're canceling Black lives, and I think to me that's a little more important, in my opinion, and it just keeps happening. We keep making mistakes on killing Black people.
It just makes you sick to your stomach. It's how many times does it have to happen? And as sick to our stomachs as we might feel, that individual's dead. He's dead, and his family is grieving, and his friends are grieving, and we just keep moving on as if nothing's happening.
Stephen A., what's your reaction to how the teams are handling this?
Well, my first reaction is that they did the right thing. Obviously, it's one of those situations where you just didn't want to play. You certainly can understand why they made that decision. We completely support the Twins, the Timberwolves, the Wild. They all made the right decisions. They didn't just make it as a team. They also made it as a league. They consulted with state and local officials before making this decision as well. Obviously, the governor had issued, a curfew in the city because the trial of police officer Derek Chauvin, who killed George Floyd, is going on right down the block, for crying out loud, just a few blocks away from the Target Center in Minneapolis, Minnesota. And so you have that going on. We all know what happened there. We all know that it was less than a year ago it transpired. And we certainly appreciate the leagues taking the position that they took, because there was no other position to take. When something this heinous happens, you definitely want to take a stand, and you want to make sure that you prioritize certain things over games being played. And this was one of those moments that clearly called for that. Having said all of that, let me say this. I don't speak, everybody, Black folks are not one monolithic group. And just because one Black person feels that way, or a litany of Black folks feel a way, doesn't mean every Black person feels this way. But I am pretty sure that when I say what I'm about to say, I can't imagine there's a Black person alive in the United States of America who would disagree with what I'm about to say. Here we are, we find ourselves in a situation where, because of a traffic stop, some tail light hanging from the mirror, or, an expired license, or whatever the case may be, we see a 20-year-old Black man dead. I would remind everybody that a non-Black person shot and killed 10 people in Colorado. They were arrested. An individual by the name of Dylan Roof, who happens to be white, walked into a church in South Carolina and killed 9 people while they were in church praying. There was a manhunt for him. He was arrested. He was not shot. And on top of it all, they stopped him at Burger King, if I remember correctly, because he was hungry as they were returning him to the precinct. We've seen this kind of situations before. And what Black folks are incredulous in asking, first of all, obviously, the death of unarmed Black individuals, which is something that we've articulated on many occasions in the past, is something that is incredibly serious and alarming and resonates in our community. We all know that. But in the same breath, we've seen situations where individuals were actually shooting at police officers and ended up getting arrested, who did not happen to be Black. But somehow, some way, Black folks are ending up dead. That's the seriousness of the situation. And so for me, when I look at it from that perspective, and then I get into the particulars of this particular situation in regards to this latest shooting involving Daunte Wright. So let me get this straight. An officer of 26 years who heads the police union in Minneapolis, from my understanding, doesn't know the difference between a handgun and a taser? Are we serious? Now, we have to, in the interest of fairness, we have to say, okay, it could have been a mistake. There's no one black with sense that would believe that. We've heard the excuse before. We've heard the rationale exercised before. I think in the last 2 years, there's been at least 3 or 4 occasions where police officers have claimed in different parts of this nation that they thought it was a taser that they were shooting and it was their gun. You shouldn't be on the damn police force if that's the case. But my biggest question is, 26 years as a police officer, heading the local union for the police officers, and you don't know the difference between a taser and a gun? Are we really supposed to believe that? Do you really think the people out there protesting believe that? Do you think that people in the streets of America, as stuff continues to percolate, are going to believe that? That's where we are. And so because of it, again, the Twins, the Timberwolves, the Wild, absolutely made the right decision. Major League Baseball, the NBA, the National Hockey League, absolutely made the right decision. State and local officials absolutely made the right decision. But it brings me back to what I said on many occasions in terms of really aiming our energy at legislation and influencing legislation. I'm thinking about in terms of, some of these police officers and their pensions being severely compromised. I think about things like that. I think about, nationalizing law enforcement laws so we can have a watchdog really honing in. I don't know how that would differ from the FBI, but I think it's something that's worth discussing and mentioning. But in the end, what it comes down to is that here we are again, another black person dead, completely and utterly unnecessary. Somehow, some way, law enforcement officials, trained law enforcement officials, at the very least, made a mistake that was fatal.